Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? This is your brother Easy Green. You know what I'm saying? Back at you on my metaphysical underground, uncommon wisdom, you know, to drop on y'all. What I like to talk about today is some things that, or some mental practices, or some mental conditioning that have really helped me keep a grounding and keep things in a perspective, and in return of doing these things, I've received understanding. Now, what I mean by understanding, that's one of the key ingredients that one needs if they are to be of any service or any benefit to anyone else, to themselves and others. Because you can have, for example, I could memorize Black's dictionary, right? Black's Law Dictionary, the Law Dictionary. I could memorize every term in that book without even having to turn to, you know, the page and look at the page or look at the book physically. I could basically just memorize that book. But you couldn't put me in court. Would you still want me to represent you in the court of law against other fully qualified individuals who have experience in the courtroom? No. You would not want me to represent you just because I know every legal word. That's knowledge. Knowing, right? They know every single legal term, but they have no practical application. They have no understanding of the various variables, of the multiple variables and the multiple different possible outcomes that you can have when you put this word next to that word or this word. The person that just knows or just has a knowledge does not have that gift. They haven't earned it. So understanding is key. One of the main things that has helped me gain understanding over concepts of spirituality is having a opposite nature. Now, you know, I'm sure, you know, this is a term that I came up with that pretty much helps me understand what was the foundation of making a physical change, bringing a physical thing into your life, a physical manifestation. It is the concept of being opposite nature. Opposite nature to what? Opposite nature to nature. Resisting. The ability to resist and withstand. What I mean by resisting and withstanding is we all have a program in which we come into this world, and we are hard drive is programmed to react and act a specific way. This is human nature. Certain things make us mad, certain things make us happy. We enjoy certain foods naturally, we don't enjoy certain foods naturally. You know, we have a certain way that we're inclined to think, right? We all have a sexual impulse. We all have a hunger impulse. We all have these things. The more you can exercise the ability to, your power to be opposite to the program that you came into the world with, that basically, like, if this was like a video game, you get like bonus points. You get like extra points. You see what I mean? To your lifeline, which gives you the ability to touch and grasp the supernatural, because you, even when you make your mistakes, your effort is not being unnoticed, right? You're gonna succumb to your nature. It's a gradual thing. It's not a complete, like, overnight, oh, I'm gonna be opposite to my nature. I'm gonna starve myself for, you know, a month and not eat. No. when you do it like that, then you miss the whole lesson. It's to completely be able to be opposite to the nature of the masses or the population. You are able to be a foundation to the masses. What I mean by that is, if you are a foundation, you have to oppose the force that's being applied to you so that they can have a firm ground to stand on. If you are just like them, you all are seeking the same foundation. You're seeking something to prop you up. The only time when you provide a foundation for yourself and others is to exercise a opposite nature, to not be impressed by the things that the average person is impressed by. People damn near worship the TV, love and hip hop. I mean, don't get it twisted, man. I mean, I think Stevie J is a crazy dude, man. He makes me laugh, little scrappy, and you know, I'm in the real world with you, but I'm giving you some of the basic things that you can apply bit by bit every day to get less and less impressed with the world, to require less and less than your fellow man. By doing that, you free up the resources and the energy so that they can partake from it more. You see what I mean? If you don't put as much of your energy in the things that they put their energy into, you have more energy to problem solve for your brother. So, you know, in conclusion, the goal, the very first mindset that you have to have is to pretty much detach yourself from the things that bring you immediate pleasure. Not saying you gotta be celibate, but to detach yourself, to not be as impressed anymore, to seek other things that you never really thought about to impress you. If that means going out into nature, or you know, sitting by the water, or just going to the mall and people watching. That's some interesting stuff. You learn a lot about psychology, you learn a lot about people, you learn a lot about our motives and just body language by just people watching. Going to the park, people start focusing on things that you never really focused on before. That will become a good practice. Start looking at things from, you know, exercise your mind. Exercise your mind. I'm not going to go too deep into that. I'm going to probably have a part 2 to this, because there's about 2 other bullet points that I didn't hit on that are essential. I typically go into my little ramble. I don't edit. I just speak, hit it off the top of the head, and the people that need to get something from it, get something from it. If the people that don't, you know, somebody out there is you'll connect with. But this is for my people, the people that dig me, and I'm gonna constantly be hitting you with a little bit of jewels every now and then. You got any questions, comments, hit me up. Got any suggestions on things to talk about? That will be a great help, because that's how I work. You know, you guys are my fuel. So let me start getting some questions, some feedback, and we just gonna take it from there. All right, peace.